In typical Mercury and Aries fashion, I'm going to cut the shit and get to the chase. I've wrote down some dates here because there's no way I'm going to remember them. And I need to use my brain power, not in remembering dates, but in telling you what Mercury and Aries actually means. So we're going to go through the timeline that I've written down here, and then we're going to break it down and tell you what it all means. March 3rd, Mercury goes into Aries. March 15th, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries, moves backwards. March 29th, Mercury retrograde goes back into Pisces. April 7th, Mercury goes direct in Pisces, which means the retrograde stops. It stops moving backwards and starts preparing to start moving forwards again. April 16th, Mercury moves forwards into Aries again. And then May 10th, Mercury moves into Taurus. So what does Mercury in Aries even mean? Mercury is about communication. Aries is about independence and reaching your goals as quick as possible, taking action, being a warrior. So with Mercury, our communication and our thinking is quick because we ain't got no time to fuck around. We need to hit our goals, we need to progress, we need to move forwards. Even if Aries doesn't hit their goals, it loves progress. So when we're having conversations, the conversation needs to be progressing, and it needs to be progressing quickly. You ever notice how people with lots of Aries energy can't stand people who just be talking around the bush? Yo, cut the shit and get to the chase. You think I got all day? I got to hit my goals. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to die soon. Especially listen to this fucking long-ass, winded-ass conversation. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to cut the shit and we're going to get to the point very quickly. Aries is quick thinking because Aries is also about like survival mode or urgent situations. So imagine that like you're in a fire. Like you need to think quickly. If you're in a fight or flight situation, you need to think quickly. If you're broke and you've got bills and rent to pay, you need to think quickly. You know what I'm saying? So hurry up and make a decision. Mercury is about making decisions as well because how do we make decisions? We think about it. And hopefully in Mercury and Aries, you think quickly. So you ain't got time to fuck around and be flipping just longing out the thing. Like just hurry up about it. Think about something, make a decision, and then act on that decision and just hurry up about it. You get what I'm saying? Because the quicker you act on this, the quicker you make a decision, is the quicker you can get the feedback from the decision that you've made. And then if you need to, make another decision. But when you delay making decisions because your Mercury is all slow and shit, or you're not aligning with the energy of Mercury and Aries, then it takes you longer to get the information feedback, which is Mercury energy, that feedback energy. The moon is also feedback as well, but we're not going to go into that today. You get what I'm saying? The quicker you get that feedback, the quicker you can make another decision and adapt if you need to. So realize that Aries is about speed and decisiveness. And that speed and decisiveness is going to be taking place in our thinking. Now, when Mercury goes retrograde on March 15th, then we might reflect on the decisions that we've made in the past and quickly readjust. Do you get what I'm saying? Quickly change the decisions that need to be changed and reaffirm the decisions that were correct in the first place. There's going to be some old conversations that may need closure, or old conversations that come up in a new way. You might experience some kind of deja vu with certain conversations. I haven't had this conversation before. Hasn't this turned up in a way before, but it's turning up in a new situation. Or old information shows up in a way that you can apply it in a new way. That's going to happen a lot during the Mercury retrograde. Old information shows up in a way that you can apply it in a new way. I'm not going to go too deep into the Mercury retrograde because I'm probably going to make another video on that as well. I'm speaking quickly. Mercury Aries is coming in. March 29th, Mercury retrograde goes back into Pisces. This allows us to start reconsidering our spirituality and the way that we think spiritually, the way that we think about our dreams, our visions, etc. When it goes forwards in Pisces, then all of the thinking that we've been doing about our spirituality, our dreams, our visions, and our belief systems, we can now begin to start, it's a lot easier for us to start putting those plans in place. The energy of Mercury is kind of like a plan, and the energy of Pisces is the dream, so we can move forwards with the new plan and the new dream. April 16th, Mercury moves back into Aries. All of the things that we've reconsidered about our identity and the way that we take action, and that decisive energy, we can now begin to start putting that in place. We're more decisive, we're taking more action based upon our new ability to think quick, be decisive, and take action on our new plans. And then obviously May 10th, Mercury in Taurus, we'll do another video on that. So what do we do with this? We begin to start using Mercury in Aries to start thinking about our identity, think about who we are, think independently. Do you get what I'm saying? So an energy of Mercury in Aries actually speaks a lot to authenticity, because Aries is independence and Mercury is our thinking. So we want to think independently. So we want to not give a fuck about what anybody else thinks, which is why Mercury in Aries has no tact. It's just got no behavior. You know what I'm saying? No manners. Like Mercury in Aries is about saying what you think quickly and directly. Let's just hurry up and get to the point. You know what I'm saying? I haven't got no time to beat around the bush and find a way to explain that you've got snot hanging out your nose. And I'm saying, wipe your face. Do you get what I'm saying? Were you not raised by human beings? Like, you understand what I'm saying? You just have to flipping tell people quickly, and let's hurry up about it. The quicker you wipe your nose, the quicker I can remember what I was saying in the first place, because you're distracting me with your snotty ass face. You get what I'm saying? Like, shit. I'm trying to focus here. So with Mercury being in Aries, we're going to be very direct to our communication, and we're going to start making plans about the quickest way that we can achieve our goals. Making plans and thinking about the quickest path towards where we want to get to. So if you're beating around the bush in your conversation, if you're beating around the bush in your sales and marketing, if you're beating around the bush for asking for a promotion or asking that person on a date who you really want to date with, then it's your fault why your life is progressing slowly. So don't blame anybody else. Now, let's get into what this is happening for every zodiac sign. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. With Mercury being in Aries, this is really going to mean that yourself as an individual, you're going to be thinking a lot about yourself and your life and how you express yourself in your life, how you are seen by others, and how your communication and your thinking is changing the way that you're perceived by other people. So make sure that you're allowing yourself to speak what it is that you actually think and speak in alignment with your identity, because if people are being confused about who you are, what you stand for, then it's probably because you're not communicating in a way that represents that. Taurus, you're really beginning to start thinking deeply about your spirituality right now, and you may begin to start being forgetful. Do you get what I'm saying? And there's certain frustrations that you might need to let out that haven't been let out right now. You've been holding it in, and it's just like, okay, I need to release this, whether it's writing, whether it's been speaking it out, whether it's just, you know what I'm saying, letting all of these memories that have been jammed up inside of your brain, you're just letting it all out and releasing it all right now. So if there's any mental frustration, then you might need to let this out. And you can also let it out creatively as well, with that 12th house energy being there. But again, you're thinking a lot about spirituality, going and studying those energies as well. And this can really be an energy for you to cleanse your mind. Gemini. You're thinking really a lot about your social circles right now. You're going to be very active in communicating in groups. It's a great time for you to start joining certain social groups as well that are going to be good for you to hit your goals. Joining certain social networking and making networking a part of your plans, because the more that you are able to communicate with the right types of people, the quicker you're able to achieve your goals. So think about who it is that you're around and who you're socializing with, and who can actually help you to push you towards your aspirations. Put yourself around motivating people and people who have the right kind of mentality to push you forwards. Cancer. This is a time where you're thinking a lot about your career and your business right now, and it's an energy where you need to think quickly and think decisively in your career and business. Are you in a career and business where you can progress and make forward movements? What role does your communication play, and what role does your mentality play? Do you have the mentality of a winner to succeed at the highest levels? And how can you develop that mentality? How can you develop the ability to speak in a more direct, effective and efficient way, where you can stand out as a leader based upon the way that you think and based upon the way that you communicate? Leo, you're beginning to start thinking about your higher philosophies and your long-term vision, the big picture. Start thinking about the big picture in this energy. But the more that you are able to start thinking about the big picture, the more you're able to find the quickest way to goal, because you're understanding not just the next steps, but you're understanding the start to finish. So when you start thinking with the end in mind, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to reverse engineer what it is that you're trying to achieve. Start figuring out how you can educate yourself and read the right kinds of books that are going to give you the right mentality and philosophy and belief systems that are going to help you to be just a goal-getting motherfucker. And then just get after it. Use your communication as well to start teaching and educating people too. Virgo. This energy, you're going to be doing a lot of investigation, a lot of research, because you're trying to dig up some hidden and secret truths. The secret truths might be the things that are lying hidden within your mind. And you might have a lot of downloads as well, as you begin to start realizing that there are deeper psychological drives and motivations to the way that you think and the way that you communicate. So just get prepared for a lot of researching during this time. And also start making plans with people who can possibly invest in some of your goals to progress you moving forward faster. Who do you need to talk to, whether it's the banks or investors that are going to help you to get money? And research what you need to do to improve your sales and marketing skills, because as well, you need to learn how to talk other people's money out of their pockets into your pockets. It is what it is. Libra, relationships are going to be a super important part of your communication style right now, and you're going to be thinking about other people when you're communicating, but you cannot allow this to stop you from being direct in your communication, like thinking about what other people think and what other people feel and all of that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Just say it how it is. The more that you are direct and clear in your relationships, the better relationships you will have, instead of trying to be this people-pleasing person and then getting into a relationship where it's like, oh, well, I lost my identity. No, you gave away your identity. You didn't lose it. You sold it for nothing in your relationships. That's what happened. You sold it for jack shit and then complained afterwards, you know what I'm saying, that you lost your identity. You gave it away. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a people pleaser and just say what the fuck you need to say in your relationships. The end. Scorpio. You're going to be thinking a lot about your daily routine and making plans to focus on your healing, to focus on what it is that you need to do to maintain your health, to maintain progress in your work. Think quickly and decisively about what it is that you need to do each and every day, and stop thinking so much about it, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a quick daily plan of what you need to get done that day, whether you start doing that daily plan in the morning or whether you do it the night before. Just make a quick daily plan of what it is that you need to do that day, so that you wake up focused mentally, so you can take action on what it is you need to do and just hurry up and get the shit done. Sagittarius, you're thinking a lot about your love life right now and how it is that you creatively express yourself or express your heart through communication, what it is that you think about love. Sagittarius has got a philosophical energy as well, so like, don't get all so too philosophical about it that it slows you down. Just get it in your mind what is your idea of love and how you can communicate and express yourself from the heart in a better way. And make some creative plans, some new creative ideas. Share your creative ideas as well, and be direct in sharing your creative ideas, and realize that your creativity is a big representation of your identity too. What are we on? Capricorn, you're going to be very clear and direct in communicating at home and with your family, and you need to make sure that you're making plans that help your home and family to work effectively as a one unit, almost like as a little army unit behind the scenes. So this could change your parenting style. Maybe your parenting style becomes a bit more militant. But essentially, make some new plans around the home, whether it's a new plan to move home, to change around your home, or to change the way that you approach your home and family. Aquarius, this is typical communication energy. Allow yourself to communicate straight and direct, keep it real and raw, and just allow yourself to make read some books that are going to be motivating for you, or watch or social media. Tap into more social media that is going to help you to gain the right kind of mentality and the right kind of ideas to take action quickly, to be a person who is decisive, and to be a person who is really ready to put yourself out there. And allow yourself to balance the energy of Aquarius, which is detaching from outcome, but Aries, the energy that is thinking about taking action at all times and actually taking action. You know what I'm saying? Pisces, this is an energy where you're going to be thinking about your values and thinking about your money. This is a great time to create a new money mentality, because maybe your money mentality before was to your detriment. Now's the time where you're thinking about your finances and beginning to start making a financial plan as well. And what is the way that you can reach your financial goals the quickest. So in this energy, make sure that you're starting fresh mentally about your finances, but also start thinking about what it is that gives you a feeling of self-worth. And a lot of the times it's taking action that is going to give you the feeling of self-worth, because you take action, then you think about yourself and think, yeah, I am a person of action. Yes, I am thinking and acting in alignment with my true identity, with an identity that I value, with a version of myself that I prefer. So that's the energy of Mercury in Aries. A quick one, because Mercury is a simple energy. Don't overcomplicate the thing. Mercury is about thinking, learning, communicating. In Aries, it's about the identity, you know what I'm saying, being decisive and getting after it. Let's fucking go.